mostly from the Cosby Show and was really the first recruit of Bill Cosby for the Cosby Show. Like he was sold that this is the one. This is the guy who could play my son. And he loved Malcolm Jamal Warner. And Malcolm Jamal Warner, in case you guys haven't heard the news, um, he's died at the age of 54. And man, that's some really powerful news, man. Shocking and powerful, man. I was like, no, I was just thinking about him. I hate when I'm just thinking about somebody and something pops up and I'm just hoping it isn't true. I'm like, please don't let this be true. And it was like when the Nipsey situation happened, you know, I mean, it's just another situation where young life cut short. You know, it's you never know. But this hurt because I'm sitting here and taking it all in. It was wow. He was on vacation with his family in Costa Rica, and he went swimming, and they never heard from him again. And I guess he reportedly drowned. That's powerful, man. Accidental drowning. Man, he know black folks don't swim. We don't do this. You don't get in the waters. It's not what we do, Malcolm. You go to the pool. Oh man. You know, he was somebody who was devastated when his girlfriend that I mean dated for years passed away. She had stomach cancer and they were broken up, but he was there when she passed. It had an effect on him. Um, he had commitment issues. He didn't want to tie down and get married. He dated Regina King back in 2013. Everyone thought they were the perfect couple. They were going to get married, and then they broke up. He just couldn't commit. And he did get engaged and have a child with another lady in 2015 who he kept his whole family private. He had a daughter, and unfortunately, you know, that's it. You know, this is a very sad day. That the first Cosby Show member we're gonna lose would be Theo. I would never have guessed that in a million years. I mean, the Cosby Show was built around Theo being the only guy in the house with girls. He was basically him and Bill Cosby were the only men. So he was depending on a lot from Theo, you know, and to have him there and to be his son, you know, the Gordon Gartrell, you know, that's gonna live in our heads forever. That shirt, which would probably be in style now. Somebody would see the Gordon Gartrell shirt. But man, to lose Malcolm Jamal Warner and lose him in that fashion, that's just it's a nightmare. Well, he's gonna be missed. You know that when people say you're gonna be missed, they must know. They must know, you know, you've done something. You left a mark here. You know. Malcolm Jamal Warner was a musician. A lot of people didn't know that was his love. Music was his love, not acting. He was on vacation with his family, and they went to Costa Rica, and he went swimming, and he didn't. They lost him in the water. That was it. Like Malcolm Jamal Warner not only just played the bass and played music. He like was a music producer. He did a lot of kid and play videos, Salt and Pepper, Kwame video. He was the director of a lot of these hip hop videos coming up. Yeah, so it just broke my heart because we grew up. That was our show. Cosby Show was our show. We've never had anybody really at our age that was doing what Theo was doing. Like Theo was like the guy, like the teenage big brother that we looked up to. Yeah, I was. Yeah, it was totally a different time. I, I'm just somebody who am just shocked right now. I'm in so much shock right now. Just Malcolm Jamal Warner gone, man. It's like, what are we doing? Like, what is? It's not his fault. What's happening? I mean, it is what it is. But I'm just not. Yeah, the ocean is no joke. It's something else. Yeah, I mean, he went on a vacation. Yeah, when he went on vacation, he went swimming and he accidentally drowned. They couldn't find him for the longest periods of time. Yeah, it's how could you feel good? I mean, it's just really, um, yeah, it's just hurtful, man. It's really hurtful, painful. Um, there's nothing else to really say about it, man. So I'm just reading y'all chats because I'm just, it's like something that just took the wind out of you, man. It's just like, yeah, that's just, yeah, it was, man, that just take the wind out your soul. Right, Malcolm and Eddie, everything, man. It just really deflates you. I was just praying it wasn't true. I was just thinking about him, like either yesterday or the day before, man. I swear I might be an empath or something, and because every time I be thinking about something, something pops up. Like they pop up. If I'm thinking about something, or there's just somebody come across my mind randomly, it would just pop up. It was something yesterday that happened, and I was like, man, and it popped right up. Mm-mm-mm. I'm someone who just don't. No, I can't see you winning the lottery. uh, no, he was Kwame, the boy we all know and love. I remember that because Herbie gave him the nod. Malcolm Jamal Warner directed this video. And this was like one of the first videos he's ever directed. It's the Kwame, the boy we all know and love. See, before there was Kanye, we had Kwame. So he was a video director. I met Malcolm Jamal Warner in 1995. Was it 95 or 96? He was at he was speaking at the colleges, and he was going around, and it was at the Harold Washington Hall. He came and made a speech. Now, during the Cosby Show, Tempest Blesso, who plays Vanessa on the Cosby Show, she actually was yeah, she was actually one of the people that came up and decided that they were going to visit the school, and they came to our school. And she was talking about life and things, and she was in our grade at the time. Like Tempest and stuff, she was like in that, like would be in our class. So it was crazy at that time. Yeah, man, it was. If you'd have told me the first person to go, I would have thought it would have been Lisa Bonet or somebody. I never would have assumed it would be him. Mm-hmm. I, I felt I felt devastated to hear that news. Like it knocked the wind out of me. I'm just so weirded out by all of this stuff. You know, I started thinking about Kobe accidental helicopter. Man, it's just like I guess when it's your time, it's your time. You know, I just you know we like man, why did he have to get on the helicopter? Why did they have to do that? Why didn't they just drive? You know, if everybody can go back in hindsight, we have a lot more people here. It's just yeah, I know. He had a daughter. He had a daughter in 2017. 2015, he met another girl that he's been keeping private. He got a kid with her, and he kept their life pretty much private. and they were on vacation in Costa Rica where they went swimming. And well, he went swimming. And he went for a swim, and they couldn't find him. Like I guess he went in the lake or whatever, and they just lost him. So it was accidental drowning. They called the people to try to locate him. Mm. Yeah, I mean, it's just terrible, man. I feel bad for his parents, his family. They know him way more than we do, and if we're crushed, imagine how they're gonna feel. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My family, everybody's hitting me up right now, telling me about it, and I'm like, I already know. I already know. Yeah, he was beloved, man. This is just crazy. Yeah, I know. Even Bill Cosby will take this hard. You know, it's just this is heartbreaking, like really heartbreaking. I believe that it was a difference in approach. a difference in, like Malcolm and Eddie. That could have worked. He's done a lot. Malcolm Jamal Warner's career. I mean, I wouldn't say anything other than this is the last video
just happening globally. New Zealand
he
showed
ever
up
posted.
today. Paris showed up. Never before that I can remember in my lifetime has there been so much. Malcolm Jamal Warner, best known for his iconic role as Theo Huxtable on Yo, it's bananas out here, right? These protests getting bigger. Protests happening globally. New Zealand showed up today. Paris showed up. Never before that I can remember in my lifetime has there been so much. Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yeah, everybody's freaking out. Yeah, he did TED Talk. Always was a great human being that I've known him to be. He just had commitment issues um, in relationships. That happens. Oh man, it was like Malcolm came up in a time where they cast out black actors, and they weren't just gonna let that happen to Malcolm Jamal Warner. You know, he was the kid you wanted to actually do business with. You know, like he's the one. You wanted to have an actor that you wanted to work with who was over. He broke the mold. It's just that it wasn't a lot of opportunities for black actors in the game, and he wanted to eliminate that and be seen as an actor and say I can play any role. You know, Theo Huxtable, even though that's what the character was, like he read for roles and couldn't get them because they were like, well, the role asks for a white actor because the script would say white guy from 18 to 24. We're looking for, so he read for the part and they were like, what are you doing? He was like, we said white actor. Well, he says, well, I read the script. And he says, I read the thesis of the script, and color is not really defined in the script. So what does it say that this character couldn't be any other color? Why did it have to be white? He said, well, that's what the studio was looking for. Actually, it said white and Jewish. If you guys have actually seen a call sheet, it is the most racial thing you've ever seen in your life. I've shown you one before for a Steven Spielberg movie that was coming out. They said white Jewish kid, and they held it at a Jewish place out here in Chicago, and they made a mistake, and it got into my hands. Somebody who wasn't supposed to have it at all. And I'm like, oh, buddy, y'all done screwed up. Mm-hmm. Well, the Cosby Show ended in 1992, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was 1992. So it ran, Cosby Show ran from like what, 84 to like 92. He read for a drama called Love Field. Um, it was it was a lot of different things in that era. I think it was Mr. Baseball was out. He read for that script. It was countless movies he read for that was not the Theo Huxtable, and he couldn't get it. Meanwhile, people were coming out with movies that you would never believe, and they were getting the nod. They put out an animated film for baby kids, and Malcolm Jamal Warner didn't get any, thought and process into that. And Kid and Play got a movie called Class Act, and he wasn't chosen to direct that. The studios had a Hollywood actor to, do that movie, and he didn't get a chance to be casted in the movie Class Act. Plus, he didn't want to do it anyway. He saw the script and was like, not really interested in doing this. Well, he had a standard into the type of comedy he wanted to do, and he thought this was way off the rails. So Christian Slater got the movie Cuffs, where it looked like a fun movie. They made it around Christian Slater, and they had no intentions of adding Malcolm Jamal Warner in there, but he read for the part. He didn't want to do Juice. Spike Lee was making Malcolm X at the time, and him being in the Nation of Islam as one of the Muslims in there, he read for a part. I don't know if he actually they actually pulled that off. Yeah, people didn't think he was believable enough to play. He read for one of the cops in a movie. I think it was starring um, what's her name? The the star actress. What's her name? Meryl Streep. Yeah, it was a movie starring Meryl Streep, and he didn't get that part. There was a lot of movies that wasn't made for us. Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is, Cosby couldn't really help him because they were trying to, push him out. He wanted to be in the Clear and Present Danger with Harrison Ford, the Tom Clancy's war movie, his procedures and what he was doing. He wanted to be in something like that, where he could be taken seriously. He didn't get that role. He helped assist Hoop Dreams here in Chicago when they did the Hoop Dreams movie. He helped facilitate that, you know, documentary movie. It was like 3 hours long. He didn't get a chance to. When Blue Chips was coming out. Yeah, I remember because
What's the best year in football?
my Malcolm Jamal Warner had actually read for the part of Sugar Hill. They wanted Wesley Snipes to play Romero. Malcolm didn't want to play. He saw the script and saw that, well, he's a guy that was this role, but he doesn't want to be violent. And the first script was so violent, he said, I can't do it. So he turned it down, read for it, and they said, no one's going to believe him. We want Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes wouldn't play Sugar Hill. So they worked on the script for Wesley Snipes because they really wanted Wesley Snipes to play the role. Uh, to get him to commit to the role, Wesley Snipes said, I will play it, but you have to take out some of the violence. So that's why it looks like Romero really doesn't do any crime. He really doesn't do any violence in the movie because he's like, I don't want people to get me typecast to where they say, okay, he's Nino Brown, and here he is back again as Nino Brown. This character isn't that character, and I don't want them two to be resembling each other. So all the violence was done by his brother. He probably did write screenplays. I just never saw him. I just knew he was on a lot of call sheets to read for parts. He just didn't get them. So he went the television route because he was mostly a television actor. He had a show that didn't work. So, and plus he had stipulations. Like he wasn't going to play the gang leader. He wasn't going to play all of these roles that was that was pretty much going against his standard. So if he had all of these standards in there, it had to be some morality to what he was doing. That's why Malcolm and Eddie, he kind of like said, hey, there's ways to do this comedy and there's ways not to do this comedy. And the way that Eddie Griffin was doing it was hood, and that's just not the way Malcolm wanted the show to go. He wanted it to be more like the Cosby Show-ish, with jokes and things of that nature. That was the comedy he grew up with. He didn't grow up with just blunt in the hood, type comedy. Most people didn't even know anything about him. And it was the year of the independent film. You saw Kevin Smith make a movie Clerks with just basically $6,000, and then he becomes a major producer, filmmaker, and director in Hollywood. He was offered a bit role in a movie and he turned it down. In the movie that ended up becoming a massive hit. Oh, the massive hit was Speed. He was supposed to play a bit part of a guy in a car, a black man in the car, and that was played by OG Bobby Johnson. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know, it was disturbing because who didn't like the Cosby Show? Who didn't like Malcolm and Eddie? I mean, there was some movies in which he played like a doctor. He was most recently on The Residence. He played a doctor on The Residence. But Theo was like he was the big brother guy that we saw a lot of. Right, he inspired the people like Donald Glover. He inspired all of those guys. Because in that time, Theo Huxtable was the only like teenage boy on television. In the 80s, you had Todd Bridges. He was like the other one. We didn't really have that. So in the 90s, Martin and Gina became like the only show in black television history that had young black couples, with good jobs actually having a sitcom about them. That you found that to be weird. Like, how is that possible? That this is the first time we're seeing a young black couple that's dating each other in a relationship with their friends. They got jobs, they're not doing crime, and they got a sitcom about their relationship. We've seen thousands of these shows with white characters. It's like unbelievable. Yeah, he wanted to direct films and they wouldn't give him the opportunity. And he wanted to do a short film and the budget went to a movie called Baby's Day Out, where the baby just crawls through the city and all this. Because of Home Alone success, they thought Baby's Day Out was going to be the best thing going. That's on them. Blame them. No, he didn't read that script for Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything. They did not get Malcolm Jamal Warner for that. No, well, he did not. No, there was no spot for him at Empire Records. 1990s, around when it hit 95, it brought in a new era of movies. It was a lot of punk rock movies like Hackers. You saw a lot of creativity. He could have been in the Tuskegee Airmen, the HBO original movie they filmed, which is a classic. But he got behind a film that he was trying to get in called Out There. Well, the thing is, Pauly Shore can get like 4 or 5 movies. He get his big movie every year, big budget, and it's Pauly Shore. So just give him the money, let him film his movie. Even though they're not really making money like that. Who the hell is no? Who is that? Mm. For no fame. Okay. What is he dissing me on? What is he talking about? I mean, what is this about? Sound like if he's dissing me, he must be doing it for the fame. I don't even know what the hell he talking about. Talking about he waiting at 5 o'clock. Then that's just stupid. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I'm out of it right now. Man, it took all the energy out of me. Man, it really did. Oh man, I don't even know what to say at this point, man. I'm just gonna lay it down now. Whatever that dude gonna say, whoever he is, I don't even see it. But who cares what he says? I'm out.